What's going on, everybody? It's time for the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. And it's such a defining moment here on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. We're going to
That
crown
is
our
not
first
the right
ever.
title. That is not the right. Stop it.
We're going to crown our first ever SmackDown Live light heavyweight. Oh wait, we didn't crown our first SmackDown Live light heavyweight champion
No,
tonight. I thought
no.
no. Well, we crowned two new champions, at least. So that was exciting. But we got to start off with the pre-show. We had Apollo Cruz versus Baron Corbin. I like this match. I did. I thought it was a nice little clash of speed and strength type of a match. I like the hard hitting nature of it, but I like that Cruz could he could match the power game with Corbin, which I think was kind of a cool little feat to see. But I like the freaking selling game by Cruz. I was like, all right, I see you on the sales though. Like you got me on edge of my seat right now, selling these moves like this. I need you to calm down a little bit. And then the Corbin wins with the knee out of the corner into the end of days. I kind of hope they keep this going, but I don't know what they're doing with Corbin right now. It just seems like they're just throwing him around, letting him bully other people, which is fine. I think that's good for like heel tactics and stuff. But I wish he had a little bit of kind of some direction. I don't know what happened to the Kalisto
One
thing.
Direction.
Did he kill him? I don't know if he killed him or he took his mask, so maybe he can't just show his face, and that's what it is, guys. Can't show his face. We're gonna have an Andrade Cien Almas on the main roster. It's gonna be Kalisto. But I don't know. I'm wondering what happened with that feud, but I like this match though. It was a good kind of let's throw this match on the pre-show type match. But I definitely enjoyed it. Baron Corbin gets the win. But Casey, any thoughts on Baron Corbin versus Apollo Cruz?
Yay, let's show off Cruz and Corbin and then not do anything with them because that's what they're going to do. That's exactly what they're going to do. I don't know. I was excited because there was no match on the pre-show, and I was like, yay, no pre-show match. And then they set this one up, and I'm like, why? You're not. And Amy's having a heart attack, just slightly. They can't beat the
I
Jets.
apologize now for any random comments, woos, or motions you will see in the next probably 15 minutes, even though it's 5 minutes left in the quarter.
They can't beat the grass.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
if the Patriots lose, I would just be surrounded by losers, and that's just a shame. But anyway, Casey, back to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really care about this match because I know they're not going to do anything with it. Like, if I thought they were going to actually do something with it, I would have been excited. But
That's like the story of Apollo Cruz and Baron Corbin. Like, let's just throw them into random stuff, and then let's not follow up on it at all.
No, let's give them a huge push, and then forget about you, push you off the cliff, and you just disappear.
Can we push the Patriots off a cliff? What?
Hush it, boy. Hush it.
I will be honest though. I will be honest. I like that they still announced Baron Corbin as the winner of the Andre Memorial Battle Giant Medal.
Oh.
I just like it because he won it, so you might as well announce it. The
It's
trophy
meaningless.
broke. It is meaningless, but at least they announce it. They try to make it feel kind of like it means something. He's the only one that actually like slightly done something with it, but.
No, you know what they need to do is have Kane versus Baron Corbin, and then Kane needs to choke slam the trophy onto Baron Corbin and call it end of days. Good night.
Actually, you know what we need? We need Cesaro versus
To
Baron
not get
Corbin.
injured?
Yes, versus Big Show, and we need that to happen. WrestleMania Battle of the Andre Memorial Battle Royal winners. I think book it WWE. Anyway,
They won't.
Casey, do you have anything else to say?
Nah.
They won't. All right. Amy, thoughts on the pre-show match?
That I did not see. I was in Walmart.
All right, let's move
shopping.
on. So we're moving on to the next. No.
I told you to go home and you didn't listen to me.
I was shopping for a pacifier, and then we got food. I'm sorry.
You were looking at makeup.
Yeah, that was Miley. I had to drag her out of that. That was half the battle. But no, beyond this stupid match, they threw Apollo into 2 championship title reign possibilities and then just gave it away. I thought he would have made a great Intercontinental champion or U.S. champion. Crowd's behind him. He's got the look and he's got the talent. Give him a shot. But they're not going to do anything with it. Baron Corbin, God only knows what they're going to do with him. All they're making him do is beat up people randomly. Bully Corbin. Hashtag Bully Corbin. That's it.
Was the past?
He's gonna be like Bully Ray.
Right. No, they're not doing anything with him, which is disappointing. I mean, I don't care too much toward the Baron Corbin-ness because he can't even fall in a ring, let alone fall out of a ring. So that explains itself. But Apollo Crews is potential star talent. That's the problem. You've got a good mid-card champion in Apollo Crews, and they're wasting him away.
You know what we could do? We could stop calling them mid-card champions and bring some prestige to our Intercontinental and U.S. titles. I'm just saying, no. That's all I want WWE to do. That's what I want.
That's mid-card, though.
Come on,
but still, I mean, what I'm saying is we can make the Intercontinental and U.S. title the 1A to the world title. Because we talk about how prestigious it used to be, but you would never say that Macho Man Randy Savage was only a mid-card champion.
Run, damn it.
Yeah, and it would have been prestigious again if they didn't introduce another world title. But they did. So now it's still going to be just...
Technically, it's not a world title. It's the universal title, you know.
It's a piece of crap.
It's a Jolly Rancher.
Speaking of Jolly Ranchers, let's move on to the next match. That wasn't a good segue. I just didn't have anything else to say.
Horrible segue.
Well, I mean, Sasha Banks did a Jolly Rancher commercial or something with them, so.
But anyway, let's move on to the next match. Actually, we had a video package starting the show. Only one I'm really going to talk about, which was the reviewing of the New Era type thing. I always like the beginning video packages. I think they make the show kind of feel a little bit big. I was excited about this one just to see how they were going to bring Backlash back in, you know, kind of to the pay-per-view fold. But, you know, I mean, I like that the IC champion, the championship was kind of a focal point in this. It wasn't like the main focus, but at least it was in there because sometimes they don't put like the U.S. title, the IC title in there. And I think this feud with Ziggler and Miz has done some good things for the IC title, at least making you think it should be elevated more. But we'll get into that when we get to the match. Any thoughts on the video package that we had or any of the video packages throughout the night, if you liked any of them specifically, Casey?
I thought it was good. They were talking about how this is their Backlash, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. No. I don't know. I liked it. I liked that they did, like you said, they did feature all of the feuds kind of in the thing, and it felt like in a way big, but I don't know. There was something about it that I feel like they could have done more, especially since this is their first SmackDown pay-per-view, because, you know, we've never had a SmackDown specific pay-per-view ever.
Name Backlash.
Yeah, she got a point. She got a point. We've never had one named Backlash. So this is the first ever named Backlash that is specifically for SmackDown.
All right, Amy, thoughts on the any other video packages throughout the night, or the first one, whichever one?
They were okay. Some of them could have been better. I don't know if we'll bring it up, but I did like the way they at least started SmackDown with Shane and Daniel Bryan. At least, you know, trying to build up the women's title and the tag titles. So I thought that was kind of cool. Nice way to bring more attention to them. But other than that, they're okay. Did their job.
Yeah, I don't think that's needed for all the pay-per-views, but I mean, I think for this one it was kind of cool because it is the first one.
Yeah.
But I know Raw is going to do the same thing. It's going to be like, so why y'all different though? I'm trying to figure this out.
The only thing that I really didn't like was there was no, and this has nothing to do with the video package. Something happened with the Patriots and they lose them. But anyway, I just didn't like that there was no.
Oh, thank God.
Winning. Okay, that's good. I didn't like that there was no, like, returns or debuts tonight. Like, I know they usually save those for, like, the big pay-per-views, like, you know, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, but for this being your first, you know, pay-per-view for SmackDown, I would have thought they would have had some sort of big return or some sort of big debut or something. But it felt like they didn't really do anything where they could have.
Yeah, WWE doesn't like Virginia. It's just that's how it is. It's a historical thing. But
How do you think we Clevelanders feel? Okay, we had CM Punk walk out of our arena. Okay, all right, this is terrible.
I mean, Daniel Bryan technically walked out as part of the Wyatt family. That was probably the best moment in Virginia, to be honest. But
I mean,
Amy,
doesn't everybody walk out of the arena unless they have like a helicopter and they like go out the ceiling?
All right, shut it, Casey.
I'm,
Amy, you have any thoughts on what were we talking about? Oh no, okay, I forgot.
why are
We were
you
getting.
trying? They're winning. But,
Not with not with that freaking Mike Fitzgerald putting him close to field goal territory.
All right, we gonna try to continue. Um,
Don't
yeah,
mind me.
Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan started the show, basically promoting the new titles coming in, pumping up the crowd a little bit, and kind of introducing the women's championship match as the first match, which was pretty cool. I don't think this is necessarily needed for all of them, but for this one, it's just particular. I liked it. I think Casey kind of hit on it, but Amy, thoughts on that?
On what? Daniel Bryan and Shane?
Yeah.
I was the one
Did
who
you hit
brought
on
it
that?
up.
Oh, never mind.
I
Continue.
liked it.
wow.
That's hilarious. Thanks, DJ. I love you too. I mean, I know I'm going crazy with the Patriots, but how the heck do you
I
forget
mean,
that?
it's easy to forget. I mean, here I randomly hear, and then I'm like, what happened? What? Like
No,
that?
I liked it.
Exactly.
Larry
That's what I was
Fitzgerald though
saying.
was killing me. What I don't like is Larry Fitzgerald killing me right now. But no, I liked it. I don't think it's really needed for all pay-per-views, but I think just since it was their first one, nice way to start it off. Nice way to promote the women's division as well, making them the starting match, no matter what Casey says next about this match. Please disregard him. Not important. But it was a nice way to promote the women's title, get the women the spotlight for a chance, and I thought it was really nice. But we'll see what happens with their next big pay-per-view, which I think is like No Mercy.
Okay, so let's jump into the first match then. And I don't know if I want to let Casey go first because I'm kind of curious now, or if I want to build the suspense and let him go last. So I'm gonna let him go last because the suspense. That's what gets you the wins. So
I was about to say, if you want to let him go first, I'll just dispute and
No.
dispute everything he says.
I would like to let my beautiful wife go first.
How you divorced me? Like,
wait, Rosemary's on the show? Hold up.
Yeah. She right here. Yeah.
Wait.
She has mystical powers where she's invisible. So yeah.
Oh,
I feel bad for anyone who
anyway,
watches this podcast.
Lord help. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Becky Lynch versus Natalia versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Carmella versus Nikki Bella in a six-pack challenge for the new SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I don't know what the official name of it is, but SD Live Women's Championship, something like that. But I like this match though. I thought it was a fun, chaotic match. But it was under control too. It had its fair share of dives, and it had its fair share of excitement going in and out of it. Tower of Dooms, dives. I just liked it. I love that they continued the Carmella and Nikki Bella thing. I had read an article yesterday about the three people I thought who should win this match, which was Carmella, um, Nikki Bella, or Becky Lynch. And I like that they kept that storyline going in some form or fashion with Carmella uh, basically taking out Nikki Bella in this match. I definitely like that. And then Nikki Bella not being happy about it and, kind of coming back at her. But Becky Lynch does win, which I think is definitely, um, a smart way to go. A guy on Facebook told me that he told me Becky Lynch is the female version of Sheamus. And he also told me that Becky Lynch is part of the old era. First off, second off, actually, how is she part of the old era? She hasn't even been on the main roster for a year yet. I don't think. So like, I mean, it's been like a little over a year. So, but still, that's not long enough to be like, oh, she's old, she's old. But I don't understand anyway. People on the internet, man. Anyway, I know your game's on commercial, so I'm gonna kick it to Amy. Thoughts?
Talked while I'm not having a minor heart attack over here. Oh, first of all, that guy's an idiot and does not watch wrestling. Clearly.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He also said, sorry, I wanted to clear this up. He said that Carmella and Alexa are a lot better than Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and I wanted to smack the person through Snapchat because I love Carmella and I love Alexa, but Becky Lynch has been wrestling for half her life. Granted, she's in her 20s, but she's still been wrestling since I think like 15, something around like that. And I've watched her since. She's amazing. She's got the talent, the skill, the power, the look. Those two do not. They have the look. They're working on the skills. They're pretty good, but they're not championship material yet. I think they're doing great. They're developing correctly, good characters, and they seem eager to learn, and I love it. And I love Carmella. Carmella is a heel. It's just awesome. But yeah, that dude is an idiot. She is not. The only way she's old era is if she's a veteran for 10 plus. If that's what he's considering old. But to the match, I really liked it. Yes, there were some botches. That goes to what Casey's gonna say.
There was like 7.
It's a 6-pack challenge with half these women who barely face each other. Come on now. Of course, there's gonna be something screwed up, but it wasn't horrible. They worked through it. No one got injured, thank God. Not like Charlotte trying to kill Sasha. But it was a good. I thought it was a good match. I thought it should have ended with Becky and Nikki, but I understand they're still doing the the Nikki Carmella feud. But I thought I would have loved to see either Becky or Naomi, or Becky Nikki or Becky Naomi in the end, because just it would give it more of a hey, where are you going with this? Especially if it's Becky and Naomi, you have no clue where they're going. Please call that a catch. Damn
Nope.
it.
No.
Just so you guys know what she's talking about, there was an interception. On the there was an
Sorry,
interception,
pause
but they didn't
time.
call it a catch. So, shout out to Alexa Bliss for looking like
Harley
Buddy
Quinn.
Murphy when he had the freaking pigtails. They look
Like
exactly
Harley
alike.
Quinn.
It was Wesley Blake. It
With
was,
Wesley, I don't know them apart. They the same generic guy to me.
That's a
but
face mask.
but they look like the same person. If you know who I'm talking about, if you know who I'm talking about. But
They do.
Casey, thoughts on the match?
I can't even finish. Thanks, CJ.
I didn't want. I wanted you to finish watching
wow.
The one
first.
match I love and support. You want to throw me under the bus
All
just
right,
because I'm
Amy,
currently dying.
Amy, continue. And I mean, if you die, like on screen, I don't have that type of insurance.
No, beyond my minor heart attack over here. I gotta give a shout out to Naomi. For the love of God, that woman hit a springboard crossbody to the outside. It looked like she was ready to slip and go, but I mean, she kept her composure and did it and pulled it off without a hitch. I loved it. She's extremely talented, and that's why I kind of wanted to see it come down to like her and Becky, because at that point you have no idea who they're going with. Do you want the woman who's been in this division for years to finally get her shot and become a first-time champion herself, or do you want to give it to the Spitfire last kicker who has proven herself throughout the new era? Thought that would have been a cool way to end it, because with Becky and Carmella, yeah, there's a shot that they might do Carmella because she's in a feud with Nikki, and you would have Nikki ultimately take the title from her. But I'm glad they didn't go that way. What else? They did some pretty amazing things in that match for a females match. I did like when Naomi tried to go for the springboard into the ring and got forearmed by Nikki Bella. The fearless forearm, as I'm going to call that. What are you doing, DJ? Don't do that. You're making me nervous.
Oh, I was looking. I was just looking. But
You're
anyway,
making me nervous. But no,
I
the women did some phenomenal moves tonight. That oh my God, what is that? Oh,
I do like that. One thing I like more than anything is that this is setting up more than one women's feud in the
yes.
division, which is great. Because
Shout
I
out to
don't,
SmackDown Live.
yeah, because I don't know what they're gonna do with as far as the women are concerned. Um, as far as the women are concerned on on SmackDown, like it's kind of I don't know where they're gonna go with the Becky Lynch being champion and who's gonna feud with her immediately. But I think it is nice to there's a lot of choices they could go with. I think is what's cool too. I think they might. I could see them going with maybe who because I don't know who was that kind of fourth person right there with her off the top of my head, but they might go with her. But you never know, I guess.
I don't know. If they're smart, they go with like someone she's previously feuded with, so we know she's gonna at least keep that title for a little bit, and then I say if they're gonna have her drop it to anyone, they should drop it to Naomi and continue showing and giving people a chance that deserve it because she's fought her way through this division more than anyone, and she's the third. You got the three top athletic women on the Raw or on the SmackDown roster, so go with
Yeah,
that. And
they,
so I don't know. You
too, they
got
could tell
Nikki,
a good story with
Carmella,
they could
Becky, and
tell a good story with
somebody.
Bliss and
You could honestly
Lynch.
have like a Naomi Natty feud going.
Yeah,
So they can go multiple ways in that match.
yeah. Two. I think
Justice! Yes!
two. I think you can tell a good story with Alexa and
Hallelujah!
Becky Lynch as well. So, but anyway, Casey, thoughts on the match?
God bless.
No, it was the grass. So he redo. Nah, he.
Oh my God, he couldn't even put down the ball. The stutter step is what did it in. Yes! Jimmy B! Jimmy J! Jimmy J!
Anyway,
Sorry guys, love you all. I promise.
now that I'm even in an even better mood, I can really talk about this match.
I can really dispute Casey right now because I'm not having a mild heart attack anymore.
All right. Well, first of all, this is just my opinion, which is always right, but it's just my opinion. And remember,
Oh, his opinion's never right.
it's always right. I don't know. I was definitely excited about this match because I was like, maybe they'll make a six-pack challenge actually good, and they didn't. I don't know. There was just something about it to me that felt sloppy and slow. There were definitely some nice spots, and there's good competitors in this match. Like there wasn't anyone in there that I don't think is really talented, except for Nikki Bella. But I don't know. It didn't feel pay-per-view quality to me. It was a good match. It just didn't feel like they tried to build this up so well, and to me, it didn't pay off as much as well as I thought it would. And that head scissors spot over the top rope by Naomi to Natalia, that was bad. That was
Well, yeah, I said there wasn't some
absolutely
of the best, but
terrible. Terrible.
they still sold it. It's all that matters. They sold it.
It was so bad you couldn't sell it though. It was like, what were you? Let's move on before our divorce gets any worse.
Well, I have a question for you, Casey.
Yes.
The finish, I really don't agree with having Carmella in the end, but I get it. Would you have liked to seen Becky versus either Naomi or Natty in the end, just for pure wrestling ability? Do you think that would have been a better way to end it?
Natalia, no, just because they haven't given a shit about Natalia for this long, so it's like I know they wouldn't do anything with her anyway. Naomi, maybe. I don't know. I'm happy that they gave it to Becky because it's somebody new. it helps us push into that new era that we've been talking about. But I don't know. Again, kind of like you were saying the whole night, it is a six-pack challenge, and they don't, unless you're playing them on like 2K16, they're trash. They should have gone with some sort of different match type. But I don't know. And no, it has nothing to do with the fact that my girl was eliminated first, and that was bullshit.
Oh, by the way, Alexa Bliss was eliminated first. Oh, excuse me. Also, I'm wondering about this. Did they change the rules of a six pack challenge? The last time I remember a six, not the Raw one, but the one like back when
Um,
SmackDown was SmackDown back in
what
the
the
day.
WWE
I
title one?
Yeah, I could have swore. No, I might be thinking of Championship Scramble though, but I could have swore that there was something where like you pin them and then you become the champion. Is that a Championship Scramble? Am I wrong?
That's it.
Yeah, the
Okay.
six pack
I
challenge.
cannot remember for the life of me what that match was. All right. Let's jump into the Bray Wyatt attacked Randy Orton.
Mm,
That was fun. Um, Basically this would affect the night later on though. He attacked him and basically shut his leg in the door like just like that. I kind of liked it. I know I had saw some rumors of Randy not being available for Backlash. So this is a good way to keep this feud going, but also take Randy out of Backlash for the time being. Um, Casey, any thoughts on Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, or at least the backstage portion?
Uh, I'm okay with, if he is injured, how they did it. It was just later on how they replaced the match was kind of confusing until Amy reminded me, and then I'm still like, but why though? But we'll get to that later.
Okay, Amy.
I don't know. They just did it to cover up their screw up, in my opinion. So he wasn't cleared for a while. Then why the heck are we just now figuring everything out at Backlash? It's kind of stupid. So I don't know. It's what they had to do. And that's all.
Okay. All right, let's jump into the Usos versus the Hype Bros. The I think this was the quarterfinals for the tag team championship series
Semifinals?
tournament. A semifinal, sorry, whatever. The match before the finals. Um, I I thought this was a pretty good match. I kind of I enjoyed it. I like the Hype Bros a lot because he ain't hype. He ain't hype. I just really like Mojo Rawley. I've always liked Mojo Rawley. He kind of was the first guy to make me actually want to watch NXT. To be honest, he was like the first guy I saw, so he was like my first impression of NXT. And I like Mojo Rawley, but I don't know. I did like this though. I feel like the Hype Bros, the psychology was actually pretty good because the Hype Bros were in the Usos' head, similar to how the American Alpha was from the very beginning, just with the showmanship and basically it gave them control through that very first part of the match. I like that because it makes sense. The Usos got thrown into this match kind of last minute due to the whether it's an injury or an injury, however we're calling it. It's still one of those things where the Usos should be kind of like worried that they're gonna lose again. So I like that the way they played that out during the first little bit. Um, and then basically they had to kind of get a little dirty to kind of regain that control, and they would end up winning. Um, you know, over the Hype Bros, which I was actually expecting. I was expecting them to go over the Hype Bros just to, if nothing else, give Slater and Rhino a nice veteran team to win against, or become the first ever champions. I didn't know which way it was going to go, honestly. But I definitely I like the kind of the darker Usos. I kind of like the kind of more serious Uso. I just think it gives them something new because we've been seeing the ooh shot, ooh shot, ooh when he say we've been seeing that like that's what they do when they come out. Well, they used to do a little thing. They don't do it anymore. They do so now, but they used to do a little go gay and not cocaine chant, whatever that chant is, the Samoan thing. Yeah, whatever. But shut up. Anyway, anyway, I just I do like that the Usos are kind of are heels now. I think it at least gives them a little bit his face is getting me, but I can't even I think it at least gives them something new to do for now. For the time being, freshens them up a little bit because they've been doing the Uso thing for so long, the same Uso thing for so long, and it was time for them to turn heel. The fans have turned against them, and it's a realistic turn. So I'm excited about it. I want to see what they do with them. Casey, thoughts on the Usos, bro?
What the hell is Gregorian?
Sorry, that's the that's the little like demonic chant freaking Undertaker used to come out to
Oh
for a
yeah,
little bit. The Druids.
yeah. It's from Gregoria,
I don't know what the actual word is. Shut up. It's
the
close enough.
small African nation of Gregoria. Yeah, Gregoria. Um, I I do like that they're doing a kind of an Usos heel run because they've never done that before. Um, they're kind of like John Cena in that way, is like they've always been face.
Hold up, hold
But
up. They came into the company as heels
they
with
were
Tamina.
jobbers though.
They were heels.
they
They
were
were
though.
heels. You cannot say they were not. Fact. Now go. Did I shut him up? Did this actually work? DJ!
No, yeah, I don't think so. Not no, 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 no. It's been long enough that that doesn't matter anymore. So it
I mean, technically, Cena was a heel when he was the
yeah,
Doctor of
exactly.
Economics. Technically,
And it's been long enough that it doesn't
Right.
matter. Nobody cares about that. But anyway,
Yes, I did. I loved that version of Cena. That was my favorite version of Cena, okay?
that's the one I
I
want.
actually like the. I'll be honest. I liked Ruthless Aggression Cena. He was the best, the prototype.
Oh, dear Lord.
But I don't know. I feel like their heel turn is feels a little bit forced. Like their faces that are trying to be heels. I mean, the fans are against them, so it works in that way. But I feel like character-wise, they're forcing it. They need to make it more just natural and organic.
Mm,
In the second match, it felt more smooth. Like I felt like they were getting more into just being heels. But this first match, it felt like they were trying to like be more heelish than they actually are. Um, but this was a good match. I was ready for Team Ready, Willing, and Gable to win the tag titles against Beauty and the Man Beast. But that's that I guess I'm not gonna get that. You know, freaking head hurt Gable. Um, but I don't know, it wasn't a terrible. It wasn't the best match, but it wasn't terrible. Yeah,
All right. I've been liking the Usos heel promos though. Like since they turned heel, it's only been like a week, but still, I like them. I thought they made a lot of sense. What they said at least made a lot of sense. Like it wasn't like it didn't feel like it was a heavily scripted promo. It felt like it was like real and from the heart a little bit, which is nice to see. But anyway, Amy, thoughts on the tag team match? That's ironic.
no,
That's
it was
fine. Sorry, SmackDown joke.
oh, Lord. No, I liked the match. I thought it was pretty good. Those two did well against each other. Um, Honestly, I love the old version of the Usos. I think it's time. But not all the fans are against them. If you listen to that crowd, they're cheering for more of the Usos than they were the Hype Brothers for a while. So they're still decently pulling fans. But to be honest, the promos and everything, it makes sense. They're being underutilized. They say, what the heck are we doing? This feels like crap. No one cares. And we're not getting our shot. So, I mean, I think it's coming from the heart a little bit because they're just being looked over now. Like, every veteran in the world is being looked over because of everyone they just brought up. So, I mean, it's kind of a nice, realistic promo. It didn't feel forced to me, at least. So it's something different. It's nice. They look, it actually looks slimmer and buffer now, so that's a beautiful thing from a girl's perspective. But honestly, I was hoping the Hype Brothers would win this because you're all about, yeah, your SmackDown's about second chances and fresh starts, but also they're about promoting more about the newer talent. So I kind of want to see the Hype Brothers in the end after American Alpha obviously got taken out via injury because I'm pretty sure those two would have won. But I kind of wanted to see the Hype Bros win. I love them, and I hate to see how they're doing Zack Ryder like this. And Mojo Rawley has proven to be a good talent. He works well with Zack. He's got a great character. The man can tackle. We can see the former football player in this man as he took out those two into the guardrail. Dear Lord. Can the Browns or the Patriots hire him? Can we just get that in the works, please? I need you on my team, Mojo Rawley.
So
But I just want to see Zack Ryder actually get his chance and let it stick. The man was only Intercontinental Champion for 24 hours before they stripped it of him, pretty much. So that kind of sucks. But, I liked it. Usos won. A good match. But I want my Hype Brothers to win.
so DJ, since you're such a big fan, here's the big question: are they the Hype Bros or are they the Hype Brothers? Because
They're the Hype Bros.
I've heard so many different.
They are the Hype Bros for life.
And then American Alpha is apparently the Alphas, and I'm like, nah, bro.
Same thing, right? Same thing, right? But anyway, let's move on to the I think this is the last backstage segment I want to talk about. The backstage segments, for some reason, kind of felt decently important tonight. It was just about the Miz kind of playing up Daniel Bryan a little bit, with the whole promo and everything, and talking about he's the Intercontinental Champion, so you need him on your show, and basically think about renegotiating his contract. And then he talks about how hard it's going to be because Daniel Bryan obviously is like, nah, bro. And, he talks about how hard it's going to be to renegotiate after he wins this match tonight. But I kind of like that they're keeping this Daniel Bryan Miz thing going. I think it's a very, like, I like the realistic approach that WWE is going with. And I like that Daniel Bryan is okay with Miz saying the stuff that he's saying. Because obviously, it's gotta cut a little bit, but he's okay for the betterment of the show to let Miz kind of use his speaking abilities to kind of promote himself and the Intercontinental Championship in general. But I really like this feud that we have between Miz and Ziggler. I like Miz as champion, but I like him even more now because he's trying to bring importance to the title. And that's always been one of my big things is like just bring importance to the title. At least say it. If you're not gonna do it in the ring, nothing else, say it. That's all I want. But thoughts on the backstage segment? Did you think it built up anything, Casey, or not?
Well, before that, there was a segment, and I hate that Nickelodeon kid. I just hate him. I hate that kid so much. I don't even really know this kid, and I already hate him. Like, I wanted to punch him in the face. But anyway, I just we'll get into it, I guess, more into the match. But I don't like that they didn't do anything with Daniel Bryan tonight. He didn't even come out. Like, what the hell is the point of building all this up if you're not going to do anything with it? Like, it's cool if you do it on SmackDown Live, but it would have been so much better if you actually did something on your first pay-per-view. Like, and they didn't do anything with this. So it's like, are you even building anything up, or are you just wasting our time with something that we think is going to happen and it's not? Like, I get that, Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore, but whatever. But if you're going to build something up, at least do something with it,
All right. Amy, thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of do agree with Casey a little. It kind of
With
sucks
what?
that nothing happened. Yeah, I know. Okay. But I like the build up between those two. There is such a history with them, so I find it's a great the great feud, I guess you can call it, that they're having, but it's so real. To be honest, that one, all the way back when Miz was on Smack and Talking Smack, whatever, that felt just so real because it's so true. Everyone disrespects this man so much, it's annoying. I'm sorry that you don't like him or you don't think he's worthy of anything, but the man can wrestle. He's great on the mic, and he's just a great talent in my opinion. Yeah, I'm biased because I'm from Cleveland and he's from my high school, but the man can do it all. Get over it. But so that combined with the whole Daniel Bryan thing, I think is a great combination. It's a great just fuel to the fire. But I had a thought after listening to what Casey said. I think their next pay-per-view is No Mercy. So if they help keep Miz as champion and do something there, kind of be like Daniel Bryan's just unleashing No Mercy or something, showing No Mercy or whatever. Actually play it for the title on pay-per-view. But they're kind of building it up with, we'll kind of get into the match, but with the Miz taking some of Daniel Bryan's moves. So I think they're trying to just, play off of that. And probably if something happen at their next pay-per-view. Give the man a credit. He is bringing prestige to that title because what is he doing? He's promoting that thing left and right through Instagram and Twitter. The Miz never-ending World Intercontinental title tour. I don't know, something along those lines. Very long title to try and hashtag. But good from. I like it.
Alrighty, I definitely agree. I'm enjoying what Miz is doing. And it makes a lot of sense. Like he has been like, and my whole issue with this feud is, because I like that he was promoting the title, but I don't think he did one thing well enough, and that was he should have talked about how he changed the way he wrestled, because he has, just in his character alone. When he first started, it was all, stay away from the face, moneymaker. It was the cowardice thing, and now it's not so much so. So I think he should have went back at Ziggler when Ziggler said that, because I feel like that's like playing off of old things that aren't even true anymore. He doesn't even do that anymore. He still has like the movie star type thing, but he doesn't do the moneymaker thing anymore. But it's just me. But jumping to the match, we had the Miz versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. Only thing I didn't like about just this match, I thought it was good. I don't see it in Ziggler. I can't, like, Ziggler to me last month when he was fighting for the world title, there was so much more passion. There was so much more drive to me. In this match, I felt like it was a good match. I just felt like he just didn't have it tonight for some reason. I just feel like he was phoning it in a little bit to me. I felt like he's been doing it the whole feud. He just hasn't felt like he's had that same passion that he did last month. And that might just be me thinking into it too much, saying that he's not going for the world title, so he obviously doesn't care as much. But I just feel like Ziggler's getting thrown around again, and I personally don't like it. But I do like the aggression in this match. I've enjoyed the build up to this feud. It makes a lot of sense. It's made the Intercontinental title feel, that much more important to me. And I just enjoyed the match, but I just felt like there was a little bit missing. In this match, just in this feud in general, more than anything. Not necessarily in the match, but in the feud more than anything. But I like the pendulum type power bomb. I thought that was freaking cool. I was like, that's a nice little innovative move. And I love Miz working the leg, especially in the corner when he kind of hit it's kind of like a leg breaker type thing in the corner. I like that. And then he ends up winning with the hairspray to the face in the Skull Crush finale for the win. But it looked like for so long he was going to win with the figure four, which actually, it surprised me a little bit. I expected him to kind of win with the figure four because it worked the leg for so long. So that was a smart way to set up a false finish to me, I felt like. But this was a good match. I think I want to see what Miz continues to do. And I kind of want to see who's going to take the title from him, because I didn't believe that Ziggler was going to. I just didn't. But I also want to see if Ziggler's going to continue this feud as well. Or is he just going to get thrown into something else for next month? But or I don't know if I guess it is next month. But anyway, Casey, any thoughts on the Intercontinental Championship match?
It was a good match. while the Miz isn't one of my favorite wrestlers, I give him credit. He is good in the ring, especially with Dolph Ziggler. I said the Patriots suck. I hate the Patriots. Um, no,
Jimmy G.
for some reason, I feel like Dolph Ziggler and the Miz just put on really good matches together and work well off of each other. And maybe it's an Ohio thing. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just
Or maybe it's the fact they put them together every week about
yeah.
50, 60 times a year. Those two face off, so they've got great chemistry.
Yeah, but I just this whole match, was definitely really good. I still was kind of waiting for Daniel Bryan to come out and do, even if he just came out to like the entrance way, I would have been like, okay, they're doing something with this. But just the fact that they didn't do anything with it kind of let me down a little bit. Um, but that takes nothing away from the match. The match was awesome. Definitely was an entertaining match. It felt like the Intercontinental title really meant something. The Miz didn't want to lose it. Dolph Ziggler is kind of at this point where it's like, if he doesn't win, what is he going to do? He has to kind of rethink his career right now. And I'm wondering what they're going to do with him from this point, because he kind of we joke about Dolph Ziggler that he's such a great seller that they just kind of use him just to sell, and they don't actually give him anything important that means anything. Um, but I would have liked I would have liked it either way. It would have been cool to see Dolph Ziggler win, but they're trying to build up this whatever the I don't know what the
Feud.
title is anymore with the Miz, but I don't know. I just want to see them actually do something with Dolph Ziggler that isn't just like, hey, you're good at selling, go sell, and then don't get any credit for it. But good job. Did I mention that the
Yeah,
Patriots?
but yeah, I definitely um, I definitely agree with that. I like too. One more point while I was thinking about it while you were talking. I like that these two have been world champion before, so it feels like it makes the Intercontinental Championship feel like it's the 1A title to the World Championship right now. That's always been kind of a big thing to me because I feel like that's one of the big reasons why the U.S. title and the Intercontinental Championship don't feel as important because it doesn't feel like the people who win it can be world champions to a certain degree. It always feels like they're just mid carders and that's it. They're not mid carders that can go farther than the mid card. But
One other thing, while we're on the Ohio topic, that team from Cleveland did lose today. I just wanted to
And my quarterback's injured, so
let everyone know that they did lose. So,
all right, Amy, thoughts on the match?
obviously I loved it. Biased all the way, so sorry. But no, those two have such great in-ring chemistry. They know what each other's gonna do. They don't really they really honestly don't look like they communicate at all really in the ring with it. That's just because they know each other. They've wrestled each other so much. I think I've had hashtag Battle of Cleveland or Ohio for like ever. But no, with the Daniel Bryan thing, I kind of maybe would have liked to see him come out, but also I just have this feeling like something's gonna happen where Bryan is gonna end up being the freaking Intercontinental Champion, and then they go somewhere off the rocker with that. I don't know. I just have this like gut feeling that somehow he has that title. Don't know how.
that would have been awesome.
Like at No Mercy or something. I don't know. I just for some reason he's got this title in my head. That would be great. Daniel Bryan somehow get the Intercontinental title. Do I love the Miz? That'd be great storyline. But no, Dolph Ziggler, God knows what they're gonna do with the man. Uh, I've always said this: if you can sell yourself and not have to have a title and do it, the WWE is going to use and abuse you and not give two craps, and they're just going to put you in these matches to put over other people. That is all. So I have a feeling that's what Dolph's going to do. Maybe he'll team up with some random person. I don't know. Kurt Hawkins, come on, go team with Dolph so he can become like a 3-time tag champ or something again. Who knows? But I hate that because Dolph was such a good talent, and they're not really using him well, which sucks so much. But him and the Miz, I love it. Powerbomb was good. I liked how Miz was working the leg. I mean, DJ, you brought it up for you thought it was going to be a figure 4 finish because of the legs. But also we got to think and remember, Dolph's main finisher these days has been that super kick. So, I mean, that makes sense. He's got to weaken the leg to avoid that super kick at full strength or avoid it at all. So I think that was smart. But for some reason, I love that Miz uses that figure 4. I think it's just because he doesn't use it in such dramatic fashion or in big matches as much. So it's a nice move to see come back out to try and, hey, he might win this.
It always gets him over too, which I think is funny.
It's awesome.
As much
I
as
love it.
as much of a heel as he is, like it always gets him over.
Well, that's a good heel that you can have the crowd behind you, no matter what, and that is, in my opinion, the definition of a great heel. So hint, hint at where my six-pack might have somebody.
I want to know why they didn't debut Kurt Hawkins tonight. Like
that would have been perfect.
Awesome.
I also thought while we're on the, we talked about debuts and stuff. I also thought Daniel Bryan at that point, before like that little segment, I thought he was gonna strip the Miz of that title right then and there. Like, hey, joke's on you. That's fine. My title. This man's gonna compete for it, and we're gonna have a new champion. Something like that. I thought that could have gone that way as well. And then that could have anchored the feud even more, to be honest. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. But other than that, I thought it was a great match. Nice powerbomb. They both put on a good show. So I want them to do something with Dolph. WWE, do something with the man. He deserves it.
They could have debuted Kurt Hawkins, had him screw the Hype Bros out of the championship shot, and then have a feud between Kurt Hawkins and Edgeheads, bring him back, and then have Edge come back. Wait, no, Edge can't wrestle anymore. Never mind, that wouldn't work.
He could probably still spear somebody. That'd be great.
True. But then they'd have to pay him, and Vince doesn't want to.
It's not like WWE doesn't have the money,
Right.
I mean, they have money, but they want to waste it on other things that they don't need, like giant ring posts.
No, you gotta be specific, Casey. Giant LED ticker ring posts.
Yeah.
That do not sell. Though I do have to say, when the Miz hit that sucker, I'm like, damn, that sound sells. I don't know if that's one of their reasons, but I do got to give them credit for that. At least when you actually hit it, it sells that, because that sounded like it hurt. It really didn't.
It's not. Let's be honest. This is WWE saying we have all this money.
It's just showboating, but they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use the money. They don't know how to build their talent. They apparently don't just want to control it, every aspect, and lose people forever. It sucks. So, I don't know. But at least they're bringing some type of prestige to this U.S. or not the U.S. Well, they're not doing anything with that title, but the Intercontinental title with Miz and how he.
Where is that title? It's lost.
That title's in Bulgaria and it's never coming home. But
come on, and that's my issue too. Like this man, Rusev is the type of guy that he's the only U.S. champion I feel like besides Cena, obviously, but he's like the only one that feels like could be a world champion contender, but he's stuck in the mid card.
We have a lot of those people, but I don't know. I want to see I'm really curious to see what they do with this Intercontinental title. I think whoever somehow, either Daniel has it, which would be great. That'd be a crazy ass storyline. But if he doesn't do it, I think he screws like the Miz at the next pay-per-view, and then you have a new champion. I don't know who, and then you go from there. The Miz just goes after Daniel, and then you just have a whole new kind of feud with the title. But,
Hawkins Ryder feud. I'm saying it right now. Please. Please.
All right, we got Actually, that wasn't the last segment because
Wait,
freaking
wait, hold up. DJ, are you upset that he's stealing the fact gimmick from Tyson Kidd?
yes, a little
I
bit. I am.
need-
Wait,
But
wait, repeat that. It stuttered through. Like, I'm not kidding. I couldn't hear.
I said, I asked DJ if he's upset that Kurt Hawkins is stealing the fact gimmick from Tyson Kidd.
Ah,
I love that
hey,
for so long though. We said that for so long in this freaking show.
back.
But
Ah, I
we got
missed that man. Tyson, come back,
right.
please.
He will, but then he'll get
But
mad.
but
I
we
was so
got
upset.
I didn't. There was one more AJ Styles. I mean, one more backstage segment that I had to talk about. AJ Styles talking to these two jobbers had
Who the
me
hell
cracking
are
up,
they?
bro. Like I was trying to figure out who these guys were, but it was funny because the one guy reminded me of Eric Young when he was in Team Canada, and I was like, I found Eric Young. I was like, I found him. It's him. Like,
I
oh
thought
god.
I was looking at like Jimmy Noble with hair.
No, it looked like Eric Young in Team Canada and Wesley Blake, and I'm like, they're gonna team him up. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna have like this some kind of squash match with them for a second. I'm like, oh hell, they're taking
Yeah,
after
I
Raw.
looked at him. I did. I looked at him and I was like, oh, these are Braun Strowman's opponents. Oh wait, I forgot he's not on the show. Like I was so content on him being freaking Braun Strowman's opponents. I was like, all right, I got it. But
I was so
anyway,
confused though. I was like, why? Why are they randomly backstage? Like, I get that there's dark matches, but this makes no sense.
but anyway, we got the Usos versus Heath Slater and Rhino in the finals of the tag team tournament or series, I think is what they called it, to crown the new tag team champions on SmackDown. But I'm gonna give Casey this one because I know this was probably match of the night. Like, let's be honest. Come on, guys.
Well,
Slater,
yeah,
Slater.
you
I
got
mean, I'm a little upset though. I'm upset because I thought Slater Gator would be the first Heath Slater team to win a championship, but
it's not. But we got the Usos versus Beauty and the Man Beast. That's their name. I'm going with it.
You
That,
might hashtag that Twitter.
that's what they said in the live Q&A in the social media lounge. So I'm going with it. I actually thought this was a pretty good match. It was entertaining. But I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just happy that Heath finally gets that double wide and the above ground pull. I'm
He can
so
feed his kids.
oh that yeah that too, but I'm so happy that he got that above ground pull, the double wide because
Right.
he deserved it.
He did. Wait, real quick, did you see the signs in the audience like Heath's kids to Heath's WWE kids, Heath adopt me, Heath for champion, Heath 16 for like president type deal, like all the most amazing. Someone had a great artistic drawing of Heath Slater. I'm not even kidding. Like Heath Slater had so many people supporting him. It was awesome. I had to throw that in there real quick.
Yeah, but definitely a good match. I'm happy the Usos didn't win, not because I just hate the Usos, but I feel like they've just when they had the titles, they had them too long. And I kind of want to see a new, especially since you know, their new tag team titles. I wanted to see a new team. I don't want to see somebody that we've already seen as tag team champions. It's gonna kind of be the same thing over and over again. But I'm wondering how long they're gonna have the titles, what they're gonna do with them. Who are they gonna feud with? It's kind of because they are a weird team in a way. Like they're not two guys that you would think to put together, but it's
Well, you know what? Then they could probably go with the random challengers, just people calling them out for not being an actual tag team type of deal and have to prove themselves or something. That might make it interesting.
yeah. But either way, it's going to be an interesting tag title run, especially for their first ever SmackDown tag team titles. SmackDown's never had titles before, ever, ever.
Amy, you have any thoughts on the tag team title match?
No? That was actually a pretty decent match for two people who have never tagged together in their whole life. So that was a bonus.
Well,
Uh,
these
I,
guys have tagged together multiple times.
Keith and Rhino, you crazy. But I was kind of worried that they were going to go through. So I love them to death, but I want to see something fresh, something new, because I'm tired of this repeated, recycled garbage that they continue to do because it's easy and it's worked in the past, so they think it's going to work in the future. Not always the case. But also, I was kind of worried, like, where does Heath Slater's character go if he loses this match? Like, what the heck do they do with that? And they would probably have some last chance agreement with him on Raw or something. Who knows? But I was happy for Heath. It's kind of like a Zack Ryder moment when he won the title at WrestleMania. Everyone was behind Heath. They actually were chanting, "You deserve it." So it's really nice to see him to get over for once and to have the respect he deserves. And it was genuine emotion in the end with Heath and Rhino, so I really liked that. Other than the fact that it was a great match, I enjoyed it. I definitely liked how Heath was just like, you actually see him not being, I don't know how to put this, looking like an idiot maybe. Like how they used him in the past with like the social outcast. You see the talent he has. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. He's a really talented wrestler, and you saw it when he built the momentum and hit those moves. And then I like the gore in the end, just out of nowhere. Gore out of nowhere, boom. Okay. I think Rhino was a good partner, a good veteran to be with him. So I'm really looking forward to this. So I hope they do something along the lines where they have the titles at least for another pay-per-view run. I think that would be good. I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do. I think when American Alpha comes back, that's when I think they lose it, to be honest.
I think with later, it's like a perfect. We always say, they have the comedy wrestlers and they have the wrestlers that can actually wrestle. And I think Heath is one of those guys that he can do the comedy and have the funny skits, and he can still actually put on a good match, which WWE rarely actually does with their comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Santino was a good wrestler,
Oh,
but they just use him as a comedy act. Even in his matches,
yep.
so
Damien Sandow.
yeah.
One of the biggest ones they screwed up on, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Sorry.
Yeah.
Even Galloway was the same. Like after the Chosen One thing, he was the
Oh,
same
yeah.
way. I mean, I'm talking post Chosen One because I know the Chosen One thing was really I love the Chosen One.
We know.
But
You
I
love.
I'm I love me some. I used to freaking play Universe mode with Drew McIntyre back in the day because I was like I love him. But anyway, um, I I'm still upset because I thought Slater Gator would be the first team to win a tag team. I just did. Like I was like Slater Gator was my favorite team of all time. I didn't put him on the list because just I didn't want y'all to laugh at me, so I didn't put him on my list back when we did the 6-pack Q annotation here. I won't, but Q annotation here. I'm gonna do it this time. But anyway,
He's not. He's not gonna do it.
but anyway,
They're gonna be
I
thinking like, wait, what? It's not. Why it ain't popping up? What is this?
but anyway, I enjoy Heath Slater so much, man. I've always liked Heath Slater. I don't know what it was. It was always the one man band thing. I liked him since he was in NXT doing the little competition thing. He was like, I'm the one man band, baby. And I'm like, this man is my dude. This man, like, because I think I just love that NXT cast so much, all of them, that end up turning into the Nexus. I love, like, the majority of them, except for, like, fucking Husky Harris, man. So bad. Husky Harris and Skip Sheffield.
Bruh,
Hated him. And Michael Tarver.
bruh. They became Bray Wyatt and Ryback.
I
Like,
mean, I like them as Bray Wyatt and Bray Wyatt and Flyback, but I didn't like them as their alternative whatever. Anyway,
corn fed meathead, you didn't like that?
so bad. It was so bad. Anyway, um, I I just think I enjoyed this match. I was excited trying to figure out who was going to win this match because I really didn't know. Because I was thinking like the Usos could win because they're the veteran presence, and like if you want to bring prestige to a title, that's usually what they do. They throw it on a veteran and be like, hey, they're a veteran, you know. But still, you had Heath Slater, who's like probably the greatest storyline going right now, right? Like the man with the free agent storyline. I didn't know how it was gonna go when he first started it, but it's been freaking hilarious. But it's also been really good, and it's been cool to actually see Slater kind of still be a joke, but still be taken seriously to a certain degree. Um, and I'm excited to see if they're gonna do anything with this tag team title run. But let's be honest, I feel like they're gonna take it off of them after one day or after 2 days because it's on SmackDown. But I don't know. I feel like this would be that time to do that. I feel like they would do that. Take it off of Slater just because he got the contract. Now they can put it on like a real team, I guess. But I don't know. I enjoyed the match though. I thought Heath Slater's hot tag was amazing. The neck breaker galaxy was the greatest thing ever. I loved it. Shout out to the neck breakers. But I enjoyed it. I want to see what they're going to do with Heath Slater and Rhino next. It's kind of interesting. Um, Next, we got the main event of the evening. We got AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, and oh my god, at the end of this match. I'm gonna give this to Amy because I feel like I haven't given her a match first yet, and I feel bad. I do. I feel bad.
Uh, love you, DJ.
I don't know if I want my wife talking about this match.
Oh man,
AJ
this match.
Styles or Dean Ambrose? Which one or both? Um, I kind of like their feud to start with, so that's kind of they've made it work, and they found balances. It's kind of been a comedic humor, and then some good wrestling in between, so that's good. But this match is actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I really did not think that they were actually going to give it to AJ Styles because they've turned around. They've had him lose to everybody else. They had him lose to Roman Reigns. Come on. So I thought they were going to squash him like they typically do with any other good indie star that can outshine their people. But, that being said, they had some good stuff. I loved the calf crusher that used multiple times and Dean's expression and him trying to get get to the rope and not tap out. I don't think I could have accepted the tap out victory more than I did the ending of this match. But no, they had some good suspense, good high flying, eye of the blue moves I did not see coming. But I liked how I don't remember what AJ hit. No, he hit the Pele kick, and then all of a sudden Ambrose goes into his lunatic lariat, as Mauro calls it. So those types of like back and forths that they could do with their signature style was really good, and they didn't botch it. But a lot of people gave, well, especially like JBL and them, they gave AJ heat for how he won the title. The man is a bloody heel. Who the hell cares? He did a heel move to win a title. The man deserves it. Okay, he's won a title in every other industry. He's been squashed by everything in the world. And to have him lose to Dean Ambrose after finally defeating and beat up John Cena would have been worthless in my opinion. And I think that it's such a nice, cool way for him to win it. A good heel move because his heel character's been on point. And it sets up, if they want to do something else with Dean, it sets that up as well. What else? And then he's got Bray. I don't know where they're going to go with this now. Probably John Cena. That's what's probably going to happen. Be a triple threat. Yes. But suck it, people.
All right, I'm gonna hit Casey last because I am curious about his thoughts. The suspense again, yeah, that's what it is. Casey's the suspense guy for us. But I Man, I love AJ Styles, man. I just do. There's something about him. I've always loved him. And plus, to me, he's a TNA guy, right? He's one of the TNA originals that finally broke out. It feels like, and that kind of hits home a little bit. Because I really and I've always been impressed with him. It seemed like for a little while there in TNA, he had like a ceiling that was gonna like cause him to never get where he wanted to get, as far as like being just the X Division guy. But then when he finally got a chance to break through, I think he's just so good. I love AJ, man. I can't. It's hard to explain. I love
No,
AJ.
I get it.
Can I retract? I'm gonna retract my
I get
statement
it.
about John Cena in the last pay per view review, and I'm gonna say that AJ. So from now on, everyone who wins the world title is gonna be the greatest of all time. AJ Styles is the greatest of all time. It's gonna happen. But no, I don't know. I love AJ, man. I can't even
I
explain my
agree.
love for this man. I can't. Um,
It's hard. It's a hard thing to
he's
do. When you've
he's
watched him
so
for
good.
over 10 years, it's really hard to do.
It is. He's so good. Um, he's so good and so smooth, and he's perfected his heel character so
Mm.
much. Like in TNA, like there was like potential there, but it wasn't like gonna reach its peak because obviously AJ Styles has never been the greatest talker. But now being able to just express himself how he naturally feels, and I think it helps that he's in WWE because it helps it for him to say, there was chances when I could never be here. There was chances, John Cena holding everybody back. There was, there was that realistic qualities that actually allows him to express himself even better than I think he even could in TNA. But he's done so much. He's done so much just this year alone. And I just it was just surprising. This match, the ending of this match had my mouth like wide open, like what? Just because I felt like Dean was gonna win because Dean's won every single time, so I just expected him to win. And then I didn't expect AJ to win on his first time either. I just didn't. I didn't feel like it was gonna happen on the first go round. I felt like they would have to go one more match, to for him to actually win. But I just I don't know. I think after Dolph Ziggler lost last month, I didn't feel like Dean was gonna lose this month. But man, I just enjoyed this match. There was a lot of things that just really got me in this match. The selling of the leg by Ambrose, he's too good too. I like
Oscar.
I can no longer discredit this man. Not that I've never really liked him because I have. It was just that weird little run that he was going through where he wasn't doing anything, and it was making me sad. But the selling of the leg was just fun. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Um, it just was like when AJ Styles, I think he like sat down on it and like put the pressure on it like he did. I can't really explain how he did it, but like the way he did it was perfect. And then Ambrose selling it was even better. And I just loved it. And the calf crusher was amazing. Um, the calf crusher was so good. The I love the freaking let me run across every table ever and double axe handle. I like that. I want them to do something with Dean now. I don't know what it is, but I want them to do something with him. Because I don't want him to get lost in the shuffle like it felt like he was doing before. Because
Hmm.
that was just sad to me.
I
And it
got it.
took a toll on my fan portion of
He
me
can
of him.
he can tag with Dolph, and they become new tag team champions.
I mean, that would be a pretty good tag team.
That would be the best-selling tag team of all time.
It
Of
really
all
would
time.
be
Of
the
all
craziest,
time.
best-selling tag team that Ohio can bring you in the WWE.
Oh god. But yeah, I just enjoyed this match. I think the surprise factor got me more than anything because I expected when Styles hit the low blow, hit the Styles clash, I was expecting Dean Ambrose to kick out. I just was. I was just like, he's gonna kick out. Not this way, not this way. Like the the old Jr. cliche or whatever. But I was just expecting him to kick out, and he just didn't. And I was like, wow. AJ Styles is WWE World Champion. What? Wait, let me say that again. AJ
They're like,
Styles
this
is
is really
WWE.
deep.
Yeah, like it's like just crazy. But I'm excited for an AJ Styles title run. Um, I think it's gonna be amazing. I do feel like it's gonna culminate with John Cena at some point. Because I feel like they're not gonna let John Cena like lose to AJ Styles and not come back and end up beating him. And I could see it happening at Mania,
Yeah.
honestly. Because I think because
Yeah.
this is like they've been building these feuds. It's like this could happen at Mania, so I would expect it to happen at Mania. So I mean that's obviously just more exciting for things to come later on. I don't know if I'm excited for Cena to beat AJ, but man, it's just it's crazy. That's just crazy to think about. But anyway, Casey, thoughts on Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles, where AJ Styles became your new WWE World Champion.
They had a former TNA World Champion become their World Champion. That's what I'm most shocked about.
Yeah.
You know what? Besides the fact that my wife is gaga over AJ Styles, and it
And Dean Ambrose, don't worry. There's both of them right there.
listen,
I mean, Casey, like think about it. If she's Gaga over them, imagine how it is over you, man. Like,
I know. Well, I mean, if you think about it, Dean Ambrose and I share the same birthday, so we're essentially the same guy. So that's how my logic in my mind works. That is how it works. No,
oh, that's why you're so mad about. I'm sure you're gonna get to that. I'll let you get to that. That's why you're so mad about him losing. I get it.
Or the low blow.
Anyway, match of the night. Dare I say, phenomenal. See what I did there? Because you get it.
I get it. It's.
But, the one thing that I didn't get, I don't know what the issue was, but it looked like AJ really struggled to get the Styles clash at the end there. I was like, what is going on right now? It just looked like
because Dean wouldn't unhook his arm.
but it didn't even look like it was Dean fighting it. It just looked like he had trouble like getting him up, or for some reason it looked weird. It didn't look like Dean was really fighting. I don't know. Just to me, it looked off. I'm happy AJ won, but I wanted dual champions because let's face it, at the end of the day, if Dean lost the title, I lost the title. I was the champion, and now I'm not. And now I'm never gonna get that double wide. Never.
For some reason, I don't know why, but you sound like Miley to me.
He does. He does. Aww.
Wait. I just touched my hair. But
we can't harass Miley. She's not even here to defend herself. I'll defend her. Shut up, Casey.
I didn't say it.
DJ, I'm sorry. Shut up, DJ.
It's already rough already.
But I don't know. Part of me is still surprised that a TNA guy won the WWE title. I don't know. I just don't want Cena to bury AJ, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen because Cena buries everyone.
LOL, Cena wins.
Exactly. LOL, Cena wins. But a great match. I'm excited to see what they do with AJ. I'm worried about what they're going to do with Dean because, they're not really good at comebacks or, using people after they lose the title.
He's either going to go back to what he was doing, putting people over, become the Intercontinental Champion again, or I don't know, somehow help Daniel Bryan with his issue with the Miz.
I don't know.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I'll tell you what match we missed, by the way. I just thought about this. We missed Bray Wyatt versus Kane, guys. We did. Oh, God.
Yeah,
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
It is with an RKO out of nowhere in a choke slam. There you go.
Yeah.
Match Sid.
I mean, it
Match for
wasn't
a cover up.
much. Yeah, it wasn't much of anything. Um, I don't know. I just wish they would do something with Bray Wyatt. Like, stop, WWE, please. Like, this is like the 15th time at least that you have just underutilized talent. Like, it's so bad. Like, I'm so sad right now because I love Bray Wyatt. Man, I love Bray Wyatt, but
Like I said, if you don't need a title to be put over, you won't get it for years on years. That's what they do. What the heck was that?
Wait, I figured it out tonight, though. I figured it out. Bray Wyatt is slowly turning into C.J. Parker with the dread. I figured it out. That's what's happening.
oh god, oh god. So he's gonna get released. Is that what you're telling me? He's gonna break someone's nose and get released. So
Oh boy.
Let's be honest. It would be better than what they're doing with him now. Yay! Let's bring back a feud that most people forgot about, and then bury Bray Wyatt. Yay! Because that's
Hey, it was their emergency go-to plan because Randy was being reevaluated the day of. So they're idiots for not having some type of backup plan. Their backup plan was the backstage segment that was not buying it because we all knew Randy was injured again.
it would have been better if they even if they had Connor or Victor from the Ascension against Bray Wyatt, that would have been better than middle-aged Kane.
I can't hate on Kane though. I love Kane. Something
I
about Kane.
I love Kane too, but the man is no.
you know what? I'll be honest. They messed up. They messed up completely. They should have brought Mark Henry out there, guys. Come on.
With the coral suit.
Yes. Greatest thing ever. Anyway.
They should have debuted somebody right then and there.
Yeah.
That would have been a debut.
Kurt Hawkins. Yeah.
Because because what is his name? Is it Mark Hamilton or something like that? Greg Hamilton. I forgot the ring announcer's name. He's like to face that
man. And then no music hit for 2 minutes, and I'm like, bruh.
Who this? Who?
All right. So that was your Backlash 2016 review. I thought it was a pretty solid show overall. I think WWE's done that consistently this year, except for one. There was one I just didn't like. I don't know which one it was off the top of my head anymore, but there was one I just didn't like. But other than that, it's they've been pretty solid this year. The weekly shows have been the weekly shows, but the pay-per-views to me have been pretty solid. Overall thoughts, Casey, before we leave the good people.
For their average pay-per-view, I thought it was good. For their first SmackDown, for the debut of the new SmackDown pay-per-views, I felt like they could have done better. Bye, Amy. I felt like they could have done better, like we were saying, maybe a debut or a return, or I don't know, have a backup for Randy Orton. These are things that you could have done. I don't know. It wasn't horrible. It just for their first SmackDown pay-per-view, they thought they could have done better. And
right, I don't.
Anyone didn't.
I don't know if Amy's coming back, but I mean, I feel like she's gonna say either what you said or either what I said. Probably more so what I said, because I know she nodded when I said it. So if she doesn't get back in time, we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoy. She's gonna join where no one's gonna be here, but we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's just talk about next week, I guess, and maybe she'll come back in. If not, that's fine.
Yeah.
Phone probably went dead. So tomorrow, which is technically today, we have the 6-pack and the return of Ring of Honor reviews. And we also have on Tuesday, nothing. That's a break day. So, you just go and you binge watch everything else, and then you'll be ready for Wednesday. And Wednesday, we got the CWC, the finale, which is, what I'm calling it from now on, the finale. And then Wednesday we also got NXT. Thursday we had TNA, and then that's pretty much it for the week. Back to Amy since she's back in living color.
I I don't know what happened. It read call error and just went crazy.
I mean, GG Google Plus. But anyway, overall thoughts on the show.
Pretty good pay-per-views. Some solid matches. They could have probably done a little bit more just because it was their first pay-per-view, in my opinion. Honestly, I would have loved to seen Daniel and Shane out there when they crowned the new women's champion and the new tag champions. I thought that would have been right. I mean, it's your premier pay-per-view, and these are your premier champions now. They're new. I thought that would have been great. But
New.
overall, yeah, new. Air quote, whatever. Overall, pretty decent. I don't know. More to come. They're setting up a lot of stuff, so I think it's just kind of like a starter type thing. I think it'll get better as it goes on.
Preparation H. If you get that reference, I love you. I love you so much. You'll probably be my best friend if you get that. But anyway, we are leaving on a good note. Backlash 2016 review is in the books. Be sure to go in the comment section and talk to us about Backlash and stuff. Like, what'd you think? Did you like it? Is Becky Lynch just a female Sheamus? Like, let us know if you feel that way.
If you feel that way, I'm going to drop
wrong.
kick you.
In the face. Not even in the midsection, in the face.
No.
But anyway, that's about it. Follow Amy at dd_Amy_Miley. That's Miley and Amy's joint account like that. And follow us at ICW_podcast. That's Casey and I's joint
account.
anyway, we'll see you guys later for next week. We're excited, and that's about it.